Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Corner with myself, Shea, and today we're joined by
Marwan, mentor at ACM. We're in Metropolis, my studio here at Metropolis that this guy hijacks every week.
Yeah. Today it's actually working. Normally in the background there's no screens on or anything, and I'm talking more theoretical stuff. Today we're going to be fully practical. We're making music in here today, so we thought it'd be a good idea to go through how we put beats together. So I'm going to be making a garage beat. You're going to be...
I'm going to do a drill.
Cool. And we're going to just basically do it from the ground up. So how we would start just drums, 2 or 4 bar loop, and how we'd go about it. The thing we're going to be using today is an MPC, an Akai MPC. It's a sampler, drum machine, kind of everything in one, but away from the computer. So you ready?
Yeah, man.
Let's do this.
So these are the samples all mapped out here. So I'm going to use, I've got 2 kicks, 2 different snares, a shaker and a hat. So we've got... So first thing I normally do is lay down the percussion, so the hats and the shaker. So we are at a 1-4-3 tempo. We can do a 4 bar loop. So I'll throw in the shaker first. So overdub and then play start. So it's on auto quantize to 16ths. I'm hearing it through. Yeah, that sounds fine. So then I'm going to put in the hat next. I'm going to put in a couple hat rolls. So I'm going to use this note repeat here. Keep it on a 16th. Let me hear it first there. I'm going to put it on a 32. Alright, let me record. See that through, make sure it's okay. So now the percussion's down, I'm going to lay in the snare. Use this drum. So I'm going to hit overdub. So we're going to use both kicks, it's got slightly different tones. So. I put one too many kicks in, I'm going to take that one out. And that's the basic 4 bar loop. So what I'd normally do, I would copy that over into an 8 bar loop and then edit the next 4 to make it a bit more interesting. So it just sounds slightly different. I might add in a couple extra drum rolls here and there, add in another snare possibly. Yeah, that's about it for a very basic 4 bar drill loop.
Right, so now I'm going to do a garage beat. I've got quite a lot of different samples here, so these are all samples taken from either records or classic garage tunes. So I've got some 1-shots across the bottom, and then I've got some loops on the top 2 rows, so I'll just play through the sounds. So the top loops, I basically use those as percussion additions, so I can chop up different bits. But first of all, I'm just going to get a kick pattern down. I'm only going to make a 4 bar loop. So yeah, I'm going to start with a kick and just make a basic 2-step beat. So first of all, like I said, I'll start with a kick, so we'll just get that in. So the next thing I'm going to do is change up the swing. Just for 2-step garage, like a nice swung sound can sound much better. So now I'm going to put the snare down on more like a rim shot sound. Next I'll go for some hi-hats. So then I'm going to go for these sort of like 16th note extra hat over the top, just to get a little bit of shuffle into it. Sweet, so now I've got the basic beat down. I'm going to go through some of these loops and just pick out some of the extra parts just to shuffle over. So I quite like that, but just the percussion parts. So zoom into that. Get rid of the kick. So even though this is quite loud, I'm just going to turn that down a touch and then have that rolling underneath. I'm going to find another snare just from this sample here. Zoom in just so I get right at the start of that snare sound. Cool, put that over. Now mess around a little bit more with the swing, so I'm going to go sort of 67 on the swing for every single note that's in there, just so we can get a really swung two-step sound. And then it's easy to go from that just to a 4/4 pattern. So I'm just going to overdub the 4/4 part just to see what it will sound like later on in the track. And then just have an idea about what kind of sounds we're going to get. I'm just going to go into pad mute so I can mute each of the individual tracks just to get an idea for an arrangement. Sweet, and that's pretty much how I would start a garage beat. And then after that, you can put down bass lines, lead sounds, anything you want, but you've got a nice basis just for a groove.